Oh my God, you guys in the chat are such assholes. It is 8:31. We said the show would start at 8:30. We were literally 45 seconds late and already getting shit about CP time. Look how late they are.
Stern starts his show at 7:03. It's supposed to be a
Yes,
7
yes,
o'clock
yes. I
show.
spilled Sprite on my RAM. Yes, yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did, you assholes. All right, greetings. Welcome to Wednesday, September 27th at 8:32 p.m. And thank you very much for joining us tonight. And yeah, this was a bad show. This is a bad, very, very bad,
It's a
bad
bad
show.
week. It's a
It's a
bad
bad
show.
week. It was a bad show.
But no announcements about next week. Quite strange.
Well, but why would there be?
Well, no, because he's been doing that. He's been talking about next week, and all of a sudden there's no next week. It's strange. I don't know. He's
I
due
mean,
for a break. He's done 11 shows. He's done 11 shows. I mean,
oh yeah, he's really banging it out.
he's got to be exhausted by now.
Yeah, I haven't really done anything with the calendar, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't take another break until like I don't know, was it Columbus Day maybe? The week
Yeah, the
my
Columbus
my
Day week
birthday weekend?
usually, but
Yeah.
you know what I love though? He takes a break during Cocktober, his favorite month. But he could take one in September
There's
and
only
not
so
take
much
one.
cock you can I know, there's only so
He's
much
such an
cock.
idiot. He's 69 IQ. Just really does ring right through.
Yeah, so as we all listen to the show and I must confess I didn't even start the show. I have some kitchen work being done, so I was busy this morning, but as I was reading through the listening thread on RadioGunk.com, it didn't I mean, there was 8 pages of listening thread. I mean, and just so you know, back in the day, there would be like 15, 20, 22 pages of listening thread. Now we're down to if it's 8, I'm like, "Oh, something good must have happened on the show," because and it was nothing. There was nothing to report back. I wrote to everybody and I said, "Okay, dudes, I have not listened yet. What did I miss?" And nobody even replied to me other than say, "Okay, Ralph Gay."
Well,
You
oh
know,
my God, what a
yeah,
shock!
exactly. Color us shocked that
Oh my
thin-skinned
God.
pussy of a man is slightly or, metaphorically gay.
No, he's not metaphorically.
So
He's
because
metaphysically. He's
Dennis
metaphysically.
decided that for some bizarre reason on podcasts, I don't mention who is joining on the show. But I do sometimes. I just forget sometimes. But tonight we have the Jackie Chair, aka Dennis, who's like sniffing some sort of alcohol. And everybody,
My
you're
old
kind of
Forester.
like our version of Eugenia Cooney, who probably weighs about 17 pounds and is the most anorexic human being. Everybody's waiting for her to die. Everybody's just basically waiting for Dennis to drink himself to death. And the shocking thing is that with us tonight is also John, who is a drinking coach. And I'm not exactly sure why John has not been coaching Dennis.
Because I'm a
I've
professional.
said a
There
compendium
you
of
go.
times. He's one guy that doesn't need my help. He seems to never be drunk. He seems to have his percentages down. He knows his ice distribution. He doesn't seem to be drunk driving. I have a class about that. How to drunk at certain
Class.
percentages.
Now, have you posted this class on the Deafening? Have you actually done a class?
Yeah, I don't. I try not to be a pig about it. I think people think I'm kidding. No, I will coach you if AA is not
Sweet.
the way. One of our credos is AA is not the way. I'm there to take you out of that cult and to have you drinking responsibly again. You cannot go to a wedding. You cannot go to a barbecue, and you can't have 2 Lights without decapitating someone. There has to be a better way, right, Monique? Is there anything? Remember the thing with you? Tell it Mike Boschetti story with you and
Oh,
him.
okay. So
Thank-
yes, which is, conveniently enough back to that horrible Trump/me thing that yesterday John's like, "Oh, it looks like my
Yeah.
And so one time I was at who's the chick's party I was at?
Oh God, Jubrod fights Draculas. God damn, what is her name again? She hangs out with these arty adjacent
She kills
Jubrod.
Dracula's.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I can't think of her name.
It was Stacey Pressman's birthday.
Sarah
That's
Michelle
it. That's it.
Gellar.
Pressman's birthday,
Gellar.
and so we were all at this bar on my block. And first of all, Mike Boucher hates me. He blocked me on Twitter a very, very long time ago, and I think it's because of this. And so, he's been in AA for forever. and he was ordering just a club soda with lime, and I was ordering a vodka club
Vodka
lime.
straight up. Thank
Thank
you.
you. And he took my drink and I took his, and I was like, you know, and he's like drinking it and drinking it and drinking it. And he's like, does this have vodka in it? I'm like, oh shit, sorry. Like, I didn't even know who he was. I was like, dude, you got my drink and I got yours. He's like, oh, this is hard. He started
Yeah.
screaming at me that I was like a horrible human being for giving him my drink. And it's like, I had no, how could I know? How could I know the difference between vodka club and club soda
So he
lime?
claims to be in AA for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. And it's like, what's the risk? You don't have a driver's license. You take the Staten Island ferry everywhere you go. You're probably more entertaining drunk. You're the worst advertisement for being sober.
You know,
He's one.
he's that classic drunk comedian who I guess decided it was too much for him. Hi, Xavier. Hi.
Hey,
I
everybody.
wasn't expecting to see you tonight.
I
But the
wasn't
whole
expecting to see me
business,
either.
Monique, is built on alcohol sales. There is no stand-up comedy. There is no comedy clubs if not for the 2-drink minimum. It doesn't exist. So you all need to drink to support your own cause.
So Dennis, now he's drinking. What are you drinking?
Yeah, but
I'm drinking a Godfather, which is amaretto, rye,
You got it, Tamara.
and some orange
On the
bitters.
arm.
Interesting. You know, I had a margarita the other day that was made
Ooh.
with spicy tequila, a little bit of triple sec, and amaretto, and it was delicious. It was
Yeah.
really just a nice little
The sweetness.
tit hair of sweetness.
Yep.
And I love amaretto. I love amaretto vodka and orange juice. That's like one of my favorite
Oh,
things.
that's a wake me up in the morning.
I have my own. Jack Max is going to be huge next year.
What
Pepsi
is it?
Max and Jack Daniels. The Jack's Max.
Jack Max.
No, with coining my own drinks is one of
What is it?
Jack's Max, Pepsi Max, and Jack Daniels.
What
Jack
is
Max.
Pepsi Max? I don't even know what that is.
It's they call it Pepsi Zero. They change it, but I'm not changing it. It's I think it's the best tasting diet soda there is. It's Pepsi Max, and there's a cherry version of it.
Nobody willingly drinks Pepsi. Okay, that's just
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
it's
I don't understand that.
The
Pepsi
words
thing.
is Coke okay has never been ever uttered at a restaurant.
no, it's Coke okay. Exactly.
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 Totally. Is Pepsi
Yes,
okay?
for a
No.
Coke, and they were like always like, "Oh, sorry, is Pepsi okay?" Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
My
I don't
Mountain Dew
really like.
spritzer.
I don't
My
really.
Arm Gria.
And on
Diet
Gria,
Mountain Dew and red wine over ice.
So
That's
I'm
I
wondering
prefer
about that.
Andy Cohen's Frescarita, as you know, which is tequila and Fresca, and that happens to be a very, very delicious drink. I drink that throughout the summer, most of the time. Although,
Fresca, huh?
you know what, I honestly don't drink as much as I used to, but I
Neither do I.
yeah,
well, bravo, no pun intended.
liar. I mean, I love a good drink, but I just
Thank you, Chaka
the
Khan.
Frescarita is something that I'm kind of into right now. All right, start the show, you asshole, says
Hey.
Paula Salu, because God forbid we actually have 10 minutes of discussion about our own lives. It's very important you hear what went on the Stern Show today. Very
So really,
important.
nothing happened except
Yeah,
they're all gay.
nothing at all happened. I don't even know how to
Describe it.
properly convey that to you guys. Nothing happened. Actually,
You
you
can
know
tell
what
because the
You know
chat
what
is getting. We repeat ourselves all the time. The chat now won't. You're getting less people because the chat's tired of writing the same thing over and over again. They're getting tired of repeating themselves, writing it.
So, of course, John then provided me with like 15 freaking clips, with more clips than what I had. Just going back to the
It's
Ralph
not a competition, my dear.
no.
No, but there's one very important one. The first one I sent you confirms everybody's theories, which I was a little trepidatious about, but now I'm more in the camp that he may not be there anymore
I
after
don't
this phone
know.
call.
You know, I reached
What,
out to my
Benjy?
boys about Benjy.
Yes, Benjy.
So yeah, a lot of people were discussing whether or not Benjy is there. Now, what precipitated this whole
Okay,
is Benjy even
so
there thing?
since we've come back,
We
there has been
haven't heard from him at all.
no hearing of Benjy. Plus, there's no 70s references because remember, Benjy was big on late 70s, early 80s TV references.
Yeah,
That's how you know he wrote something hacky.
Tired
That has
TV
disappeared.
references. Someone who's
Completely.
not keeping up with the pop culture.
Yes. Okay, so just because we haven't heard from him doesn't mean he doesn't exist, and I just show as a reference to that somebody like Mehmet, who we didn't hear from for months
But
until he went to Miami.
Benjy is a main writer. Was a main writer on the show. Mehmet is not. Benjy was actually, writing notes on Lotus Notes to him to say
Dialogue, not
yeah,
not jokes.
dialogue,
Dialogue. Yep.
and jokes and
Gentle
dialogue. Well, jokes, and they always had a reference from the early '80s or the '70s because that's when his wheelhouse for pop culture references, and that has been missing since September.
Well, I will
Missing.
tell you that I did reach out and I asked some people whether or not they thought that Benji was gone. Okay, so one person replied and said maybe he overdosed on Valtrex and melted away.
Oh,
Another person said they've been trying to get rid of him for years. And I
That's
said, how do
definitely
you
true.
try? He's so useless. I don't even
he.
understand what his job is. And some
It's and
hang on,
honestly,
hang on.
okay,
They wrote back
okay,
and said
yeah, whatever.
they moved him out of the studio, cut his pay, hoping that he would leave. I can't believe somebody still sees value in him. I was like, yet still there throughout COVID, still not in the office, never goes to meetings. I don't get it. And another person wrote back to me and said, there's no rhyme or reason these days around that show. It's the Titanic headed towards the jaws of Moby Dick. So nobody knows, basically. Nobody has a definite answer on what
He
he's there. Yes, David.
he is like if you have an aquarium and there's like little snails at the bottom. If one of them one day wasn't there, would you even notice?
No, you would not.
It's like he adds nothing to the show.
I
Well,
don't
yes.
even know what he actually adds to the show. I have no
he
idea
adds-
what
But he's we're talking about a show that adds nothing to anything. So
what he adds to the show is bad pop culture references from the late '70s and early '80s. That's what he adds. That's it.
I've been
But-
saying that since we started the show, but he writes Howard's dialogue. His sister has a weird thing with Hillary Clinton at the political thing. She was helping booking guests for the show, and he outdid his chances after a while. Like, I mean, I don't know if is he still there. Does it really matter? He's a super
Well,
Jew.
you passed me his Facebook thing, but I don't have Facebook, so all I see is the
He's
last
on
thing I
Fauci.
see is from 2019. So I'm
Oh,
not.
so we can only use my account to see it. You
Yeah,
can't
what
just
is
look
the
up.
link? No.
Okay, yeah. So he posts the lamest, most innocuous, just trying to do shtick coma on Facebook, and he always does. He'll write something like, "Does anybody have a connection to a hula hoop
Yeah.
in
it's just
Chelsea?"
stupid
And
thing.
then he's supposed right. It's just that, and it's a lot
When's
of
the
that.
last time you posted?
3 days ago.
All right,
There's
so it's
nothing
still
stern. There's
around,
nothing stern oriented on it. There's
but he
nothing.
never really is.
Yep.
Never really is. He used to go live on Twitter sometimes and do stupid shit, but nothing of any note, I don't think. Okay, so today's show, I cannot even explain to you what happened today. The only thing I focused in on was see, here's the whole thing. I'm being told, yes, okay, he might be a protected tribe member, but I'm being told that they've been trying to get rid of him for years, and it's like, so then just get rid of him. Like he's an at-will employee. You can get rid of an at-will employee anytime you want to, right? I mean,
he's a Buckwell client.
I don't know that he still is. I
He
don't know that
was.
he
I mean,
is.
that's the thing. He was a Buckwell client.
Why
That's-
though? For what reason?
But there were Buckwald layoffs, as Uncle Larry reported a couple weeks ago. So maybe he's part of the layoff, and maybe he
I
is
don't
gone.
think he was a Don Buckwell client. He may have
He's-
been a client of Buckwald Inc.
Good enough.
Yeah,
Don
just like
definitely
Ronnie.
was not
'Cause Ronnie's a
handling him.
client of Buckwald Inc.
Is he still though? Because we don't know. We just don't know. We don't know. We don't know what we don't know. But I think ever since COVID and people not getting jobs and them not generating any money for an agency, why would you keep them? Honestly, why would you keep them?
I have a question about the Writers Guild. Howard's in the Writers Guild, isn't he?
No,
Howard himself, he has writers credits on Private Parts and all this
doesn't
stuff.
matter. That's just a
Who-
bullshit credit. That means nothing.
He's in the Actors Guild. Does he talk about renewing his SAG thing all the time? Isn't he technically part of this?
No.
You have to work though to be in SAG. You actually have to work to keep
I
your
hear
SAG
them.
I
card.
just think he's got to pay his dues every year.
You
have to
must
actually
ask your
work.
cousin whether or not that's like something. I'm sure he could look this up and easily tell us whether or not they
I should do
remember.
that.
Yeah, you should text him and find out. I'd be interested to
I'm
know.
gonna do that. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, IMDb. Okay, Chaka Khan, who knows this stuff because she's part of IMDb Pro, hasn't said he's a Buckle client ever. Yeah, so I just don't know that he is. I don't know that he is. He's never done anything that would necessitate him
But
being a client.
well, the thing is, though, unfortunately, he had the gravitas of a Buckwald client because he didn't have to, he worked 3 days a week. He didn't he didn't have to go to meetings just like Buckwald
Put your
clients.
volume up a little bit on your mic a little bit.
Oh,
Dan.
up more?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay. He but he
Made no difference. Maybe it's
made
in your
no
volume.
difference.
No, none at all.
Oh, what the
Just saying
hell's
that.
going on?
I don't know. You're
God.
super low.
But he literally he did not, he worked 3 days a week. He didn't have to stay late. He didn't work on Thursdays or Fridays. He acted like the other three people
big
that
four,
were
right,
or
right.
the
Okay,
other four
Zoom
people that
show
were
because we're all in SAG or after, and we should know this. Try to be accurate, please. You don't have to be.
Well, that's what I
you don't
said.
have
You
to
just have to
work
pay your
in
dues.
SAG. You just have to pay your dues. But does Howard pay his dues? Who even knows? And
He
wait,
brags about it every once in a while. He brings it up.
where were we going with this anyway? Oh, we were talking
I
about
have no
Benjy.
idea
We were
where
talking
we
about
lost.
Benjy and whether or not he was in there and whatever. Yeah, Shuli must be in SAG because he paid his dues, of course.
That's pretty good.
Of course he
He
did.
paid his dues. Nice.
Amy O says you can stay in SAG, but you still have to pay your dues every 3 months. What are the dues? I'm curious. Do anybody have any idea?
Is it $2,000 a year, something like that? Did I hear that somewhere? Tell us what it is, Amy. Tell us what it is.
Yeah, somebody like
I'm sick of your anonymity, you dumb, stupid privacy.
Just let us know. I'd be interested in that. So let's see what we have.
$500 a year, says Shaka Khan.
That's it.
You pay dues every 6 months. If you do know New York, it's about $500. If you do know, I don't know what you're saying, Chaka Khan. I'm sorry.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
What are you saying?
What are you saying?
The initiation fee is
And it
$300.
says you can be SAG in your own state alone, or you can do national.
Okay.
Interesting. So you could just be SAG New York. Maybe you work on like Broadway, or you do some shows like just New York-based shows, like everybody has on their IMDb credits, like CSI and shit like that, Dead Body Number 2 and things like that.
Do not discount the Buckwald factor. As I've poked around, we bring him up all the time. He is at the center of it. He is considered he got a percentage in the beginning. He is a little partner in there, and so everyone who works for Sirius, he gets a cut. Jackie explained that whole system. That whole, would you call it a Ponzi scheme with Buckwald, where he gets a cut of everybody's shit as they go through. So it's important they stay at Sirius.
I would agree with that. It's a Ponzi scheme.
His agency. His daughter runs the West Coast division. Is that how it goes?
You only get paid if your client gets work.
Right. They all work.
They all work for Sirius. That's why Buckwald's part of it.
It doesn't make sense to me. Guys in the chat, I know some of you are working actors and actresses, and I'm just really curious what your thoughts are on the whole Benjy thing. Is being on the Sirius
No, I'm not saying Benjy. I'm not saying Benjy is anything.
Basically, videos. Does that make you? That doesn't make you a screen actor by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, I can even see John Hine because he actually worked on cable TV shows and stuff like that. But Benjy, no. I mean,
no, I didn't say that. I said Buckwald gets a cut
Benjy
from the people that work at Sirius.
Movies. He was in
Sharknado's not. Yeah.
Sharknado.
How many years ago was that? What are we talking about here? What are we talking about?
He was in it though.
Yeah, okay, it's kind of insane. All right, so let's move on. All right, final thing on this. Amy says, I've done SAG roles which qualify me for being in SAG, but I don't shoot enough in Las Vegas, Nevada, or Nevada alone to really have it benefit me. Yeah, so I guess you got to be doing work.
Yes.
But I'm just curious whether or not what Benjy does, A, is considered work, and B, is considered enough to be in SAG after. That's all. Okay, Chaka Khan. I'm sorry. Last word on this. Chaka Khan says Benjy is not in WGA. His work on Sirius is not covered. John Hine's cable shows are not union. So The hell do we know what we're talking about? Sorry, seriously, guys. All right, so Howard, I'm not even starting with the beginning of the show. I just went
You know
to some
why?
clips as I was listening. Yeah, so what happened at the
Because
beginning?
what happened at the beginning of the show was Bobo and more of Taylor Swift vile
Uh,
conversation. That was the first hour. I was ready to throw my radio across the house. It was
yeah,
crazy.
I don't blame you. I think that's just actually horrible.
Yes.
I fast forwarded through all of that because you guys told me that I should fast forward through all of
Yes.
that, and there was nothing to really listen to.
No.
And then I went to Howard talking about TikTok and how he could have been an amazing TikTok star
Coulda.
by showing his uh, mother coming out of the shower and putting her underwear on, or his father's big cock,
I missed that. I
or
must have zoned out.
yeah, you definitely zoned out
I
on this.
zoned out.
There's
on
some
that.
weird shit going on
That is
that
some
show.
weird shit. So let's listen to that. Hang on a
All
second.
right.
Let's
My volume's still
start
low.
the show. Yeah, your volume's really low.
I would
Hold
have
on, let me-
been
How's
huge on
that?
TikTok as a kid
Oh,
with those two. Yeah.
just too much. I'm
Mhm.
thinking of all we missed.
Yeah. One way or another, I would have become famous. I had to. I had to get
Yes, please. This would have been a sensation.
big. Hashtag Holocaust. Hashtag my dad's sardine sandwich. Hashtag getting my underwear cleaned. Hashtag giant panties. I would have started all the TikTok trends.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
Does he realize that on TikTok you have to be marginally normal looking to be popular? I mean, he looks like if a Batman villain made a copy of Dustin Diamond and it went horribly wrong.
Even worse
Who
than
would-
that,
who would
the fact
watch
that
him?
He thinks that
he
somebody would
thinks.
care about his mother's
He thinks.
underwear.
Well,
He
no,
thinks.
the other part of TikTok, you have to have some sort of talent. He doesn't
at
have
least
any.
an appeal of some sort.
All
He
of
has
these
none.
things take
He has
time to
none.
do. Even my stupid thing I did, like with the pyramids, I had to like download the video. I had to figure out the music for it. I had to put like wording on it. It took me a minute to like get it together, all for the lovely price of like 1,000 views, and nobody really even gives a shit. So he starts to go into this whole thing about JD eating these gold foiled $40 sardines, and that they were going to make it super popular on TikTok and make it trend. So I want to add that to our feed right now so that you can see that it has all of 1,500 likes, 108 comments, 53 retweets. Okay,
Wow,
so let's
moving the needle.
moving the needle. Let's see what he did on TikTok. Here we
Sab
go.
JD eat the sardines. Let's put it up on TikTok and see how many views we get.
This is sardinha, sempele espina. I don't know what the hell this says. Skinless and boneless sardines and olive oil.
Talk about how it's a $40 can of sardines.
You just dropped oil all over the floor. Well, I don't want to. I'm sorry. You should get a plate or
Somebody
something.
should have given him a plate.
Here we go. Here we go.
No, this is a great video.
Hold on,
Don't
hold on.
leave him alone. Leave him alone. Don't
God,
stop
she looks
helping
weird.
him.
All right,
Go
here we
The
go.
messy sardine eater.
So I have a
That's who
sardine
did it.
on the spoon. It's in the olive oil.
I'll
I'm
just
gonna
eat
eat it
already,
right
you
now.
fat fuck.
Oh, a little dry. No, it's okay. It's all right. I'm kind of like tuna fish or whatever. I don't need a chip. Don't worry about a chip. All right, I got another.
Wow.
It's good. It's all right. It's good. Very salty. You know.
Hashtag
So are we going to
fish.
eat the whole can? Is
I'm
that
not
what
eating the whole
purpose
can.
is?
I'm not eating the whole
All
can.
right, all right.
Wow.
This is
Jesus
what
Christ.
it's the things that he thinks are funny, like his mother's underwear and his father eating sardines, is not funny anymore.
Never was.
He-
It never will. It never
It has
was.
passed you by.
He is like one of those B movies where someone like a time traveler shows up into the future and they're like fascinated by like light bulbs and stuff like that. That's
Yeah.
Howard,
Nobody
man.
is
Like no
fascinated by your
joke.
mother's underwear. Nobody. And by
He's
the way,
fascinated.
TikTok is actually very, very clean, just in
Yeah.
terms of the content that is on there. No, it is. You can't show titty on TikTok. Somebody
Well,
will.
that's
Who
why I'm
needs to
never
see-
on
who
there.
needs to see it on there? Like, who
I
even
guess
need-
that's why I
right.
don't watch it.
I'm just saying you would be reported immediately. So the fact that he thinks that he can film his mother coming, like he has no concept of what TikTok is. None at all. None at all.
No.
I could show my father eating sardines and my mother coming out of the
Yeah.
the shower with her big titties. It's like, no, you can't actually.
That's just creepy as hell, man.
Yeah,
Even
It's just
creepier.
creepy. There's no like.
yeah.
It's just creepy.
Yes,
Even
all
creepier.
Jews
Tamara.
eating sardines was funny back in
But it's not.
1940. Yes, maybe.
It's not even like entertainment creepy. It's just creepy.
It's just creepy. It's
Even creepier, Tamara Francois said up front, monetizing your parents posthumously. Still
yeah.
using them.
Well-
I mean, I said this like years ago. Ben and Ray Stern should be executive producers of this show and get a percentage. The amount he monetizes and uses them, and now they're dead. It's even worse.
Yeah, you're right.
No, Ray's
Alexander
not dead
Sir.
yet.
Yeah, he has a
Oh,
massive.
she's dead.
Not
Let
officially.
me read. He had a massive advantage being in radio at the right time. No way someone as talentless as him would make it today independently on social media. Yeah,
No.
without 70 writers, there's no way he could do it.
Alex, we say
What?
this all the time. Try monetizing this. Try to relaunch this show without his name brand. Try to take this to a podcast company and take what you construe as the best of this show and try to sell it to a new podcast.
Could you imagine?
Company.
Wait.
Now, that said, I'm going to give him credit. And I will say that so many people that came after him, that he beget, are him. You know what I mean?
No doubt about it. No doubt about
it. So we say that if somebody like him came along today, he wouldn't be relevant or popular. But all the people
with
that
what
came
this
after
show
him,
is now, with what this show is.
he opened the door. He did. I mean, we can hate on him all we want.
Well,
but
Steve Dahl did.
No,
we do.
I'm saying
never
package
heard
this
Steve
show
Dahl.
today.
He never heard
sell
Steve Dahl. I'm talking about specifically Howard Stern came out and was this person who, even though he was like, crucified by the FCC and whatever, he was outrageous, he was outlandish, and he opened the door for all these people. But like the Opie and Anthony's, would they have come along if it wasn't for Howard? You know what I mean? It's all a matter of like, somebody would have done it. Somebody
maybe
would
not them, but somebody would have.
May not have been him. Shuli also invited Monique to come on Uncle Rico today. Wow. Okay, so invite me and maybe I'll come. I would relish going on the Uncle Rico show, Shuli.
Yeah.
I would. So reach
You're
out
not going to be
me.
starstruck being around Mike Morris?
Oh, I don't even know what I just a flutter. I just don't know what I would think about doing that. Let's move on. So there was a lot of gayness going on today, and it just kind of came off a little weird. So I'm not even really sure to start.
A little?
Yeah, a lot. And of course we're gearing up for Cocktober since it's already September 27th. And I guess next week is Cocktober?
Don't know.
October?
We have no idea. We were supposed to have Arnold Schwarzenegger this weekend. He didn't show up.
No, I don't think it was supposed to be this week. I know you guys said that, but what he specifically said is Arnold Schwarzenegger is coming in soon. So
yeah, and he never announced a specific day. And everyone's getting carried away with the
day. And he did mention
stuff.
that he had to read a lot of books because he has people coming in and he has to read their books. So I'm kind of sure that he was gearing this up probably for next week. You know him. He can't have more than one guest on a week anymore.
No.
Too much for him. Too much.
Well, this is the home stretch before he dips out for the year.
No, you need to give Howard credit, says Michael.
No.
There were others that could be considered shock jocks, but he did perfect the medium. Don't think anyone, Imus, O&A, Bubba would have had the same impact. Yeah, but an O&A probably would not have existed without an Howard. They wouldn't have.
Imus was around before Howard, and Imus did political stuff. Imus knows what
I never listened to Imus, though, and I never thought of him as being a shock jock. Like I
didn't either.
I never
you remember,
heard
though,
word
also,
of him being somebody I needed to listen to.
Imus was 10 years older than Howard.
He wasn't the cool
and he did a political show. That was pretty much 70%.
He wasn't
well, later in life, but he originally did just a regular morning show up
but it was
through
also
the
AM radio.
80s.
Let's be honest. I didn't listen to Howard
on
in
AM.
Do you guys remember when Imus's wife played with rabbits on Instagram?
Remember when
no, she never did.
Wife had a cat in there and she couldn't get it out? That was pretty
That's
funny.
right. Oh, dear.
Let's get into being gay. So
Ooga.
I'm just going to play a couple of clips. This is a clip of him trying to convince JD, who to his credit was like, absolutely no friggin' way am I going to go into a haunted house tunnel where Sal and Richard have their penises painted with paint
Of course.
and smack me with their penises, and whoever has the most,
Jesus.
like paintball basically, whoever has the most smacks on him wins. And then here he is trying to convince JD that it's okay to be gay for play, basically.
It, there's nothing gay about having cocks all over you if it's part of a radio stuff, right, guys?
Of course, I'm married with 3
Exactly.
children. Richard's a father too.
Listen,
We're not gay. We
listen,
just love doing things with our dicks.
Yeah,
Wow.
We're supposed to believe
Uh,
this is for them, not for Howard.
that's right.
Wow. I've never uttered that phrase in my entire life. that
No,
it's okay.
There, I can almost guarantee you, but that you, Xavier, John, Mr. Dangles, Michael Jennings, Josh Foster, Gunga
David?
Quitter,
Even David.
nobody, Benjamin, nobody by show of hands has ever uttered that sentence.
No.
Ever.
Yeah, no.
Let alone, I can't wait for the new Bachelor in Paradise. But this in particular, nobody has ever uttered.
And we've evolved. This
It's-
is an
it's-
evolved Howard doing
It's,
this.
it's not gay. It's not gay to do things with dicks for the radio. Yeah, no, absolutely no.
So
No.
then
You
later
guys
on-
remember we played a clip? This is probably 5 years ago, and I have to find it. I'm having a hard time finding it. I've tried because of the weird way it's framed. If when Sal freaked out and he went into this thing where he had this moment of clarity, he was like, "What are we doing here? Who is this for?" Literally quoting us. "Who is this show for? Why am I here? I'm not gay. I don't want to do this." He was freaking out. He didn't want to do it. And so I guess they read him the riot act and they reeled him back in. But he had a moment of real clarity. And they might have edited it out or.
Well, there was a
this
part
is
when
5 years ago.
when this was going on where JD basically said, "I didn't sign up to be that guy on this show. You guys did. Like this is not who I am on this show. You are.
Right.
I'm not
With
doing it."
JD?
Yeah,
Uh,
JD basically said that.
JD
you know,
has a
I'm
weird
not.
clout on the show. He actually could take a stand and
didn't
not
know
be
why.
forced to do it.
I
Howard
know.
needs him for material so bad that tired
The
bar
guy,
rag strains.
the guy that was trying to get a dog and a camera girl to get together.
Yeah,
That's-
I'm not
he is-
gay and
he's-
stuff.
He's a high watermark for standards on the show.
He definitely
that
has
what
Asperger's. He's
Is that where we're going?
yeah.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
Yes, that's where we're going.
Right on. Okay.
Mr.
That's where we're
Kissy Fur.
Noted.
So then the gay hijinks began. So then Ralph
Oh.
calls in, who is shocked and amazed to hear that Howard actually watched trans porn yesterday. So if you don't remember
Yesterday.
yesterday-
Just
well, no,
yesterday.
it was not- I don't even know when it was. It's just yesterday. So long ago.
Just yesterday.
Wait,
But
wait,
clearly.
yeah,
so
he
I-
went through
you know
this
what?
whole thing. Yeah.
Ralph was probably upset that he watched it without him.
Well,
There
he
was
was
a-
actually shocked that Howard watched it. So it was an
Without
interesting
him.
listen. So let's take a listen.
Ralph.
Hey now.
Hey now, Ralph.
Much like Marianne, I'm confused, and not like there's anything wrong with it, but
I'm tired of that
okay,
Seinfeld.
porn
quote.
last night, were you saying?
Ralph.
Not last night, 2 nights ago.
Trans porn.
I
No.
tuned in trans porn on YouPorn to watch it. And again, I was not aroused. It's very important to say.
Oh,
Number
I thought
two,
Okay.
no, I wasn't fully aroused.
No,
I
he
mean, maybe
wasn't
Well,
partially.
jerking
Chub-
off to it.
I wasn't sure. Well, I was trying to jerk off to it, but I couldn't.
I'm sorry. You mean that when you tried to pull your taffy, which
Pull that
disgusted
taffy.
me to no end last night?
So I'm late to this party. Did he mention you porn yesterday as well?
No,
I'm
he
trying
didn't.
to see.
mention it. He
You
saw
know,
it.
you always start looking for the little. Okay, this is a commercial.
No,
So-
he did
No,
not
no,
mention
no.
it by
Okay,
name.
okay, cool,
No, he
fair
didn't
enough.
mention it by name.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But the big question that we had, or the big thing that we had yesterday, was the fact that this shit wouldn't come up on your recommended to you.
No.
Yes,
if it
no,
wasn't
no,
something
no.
you were looking at
No,
already. Well, let me
absolutely
just finish
not.
the clip.
Yeah,
Hang
you know what?
on.
Uh,
Hang on. Let me finish the clip.
No, in all seriousness, it said when I go on YouPorn, they pick
Oh,
videos for
there you
you,
go.
and this
Yeah.
one, the first one up was trans porn, and I said, "Well,
Yeah, look at that.
I'm not
Who picked
interested
that
in."
for you.
I don't know. I was very upset.
Okay, he said you
Hang
porn
on.
twice now.
Hang on.
Using your phone.
I think, in my defense, I believe I was hacked.
It was a TikTok challenge.
Like,
So even Ralph was amazed at the fact that he was looking at trans porn, and then it went into this whole ridiculous shit show of gaming.
I'm getting that IQ point thing slowing down right now. I feel like my chromosomes are leaving me.
You know
Does the
what?
chat feel the same way? I'm feeling myself getting slower and stupider, and I'm losing energy. I really feel stupid right now. And I'm not saying that for any hyperbole. I feel my brain slowing down.
Like how
I
is
need to do
your
push-ups or
kryptonite
something.
at this
Try to
point?
listen in real time.
I smell a YouPorn trade out thingy commercial.
Yeah, but
I'm
for
just saying.
trans porn of all things,
Of all things,
Well,
I mean,
whatever,
he could say
whatever.
lesbian, he could say milk.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's a
'cause
weird
MILF's
hill
like
to die on,
what the
but
number
whatever.
one search.
What is the number one search on YouPorn?
It's got to be like MILF. It has to
It's
be.
yeah, it's probably like
Are you there?
it's something like stepmother stuck in furniture or something like that.
So-
No, Dennis, please look it up for us and tell us what the number one
Oh,
search on
Jesus.
YouPorn
Oh,
is.
there goes your algorithm.
Please.
Exactly.
Oh,
I'm
please.
gonna delete my cache
Oh,
after
you
this.
guys are
Yeah,
such
I'll-
such saints.
We'll tell you how to clean out your cache later, bro.
Oh, I know how.
Are you kidding me, guys? Are you kidding me? Yes, knee porn. That's exactly what's the hot thing.
Oh, I love the knee, Marin.
Yes.
Mark Harris said that to Boris. Oh, I love the knee.
Foot porn, yeah.
Oh, dear
With white
Christ.
Benjamin goes, my high school diploma just disappeared.
So here we go.
Yeah, what do you got?
I have a New York Post article.
Okay,
Good.
Look at Jimmy
let's-
Blonde Blue. Why do these gay men keep sucking me off?
According to
Wait, you know what? Did I gave you guys the right to click on comments, right? You can do that yourself?
Yeah, I could do that.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
All right. So, most searched terms in 2022.
Go for it.
Wait,
Wait, let's guess what's number one. Let's guess what's number one.
Guess what's the number one? You'll never guess it.
No, huh?
I'm afraid.
I know, I'm afraid. But let's
No,
guess.
no, it isn't actually. It's very
Is it common?
it's top category. It's common.
Okay, guys, let's guess.
Angry River.
Black grandmother porn.
Latina.
Any guesses in
Do you,
the?
hey Mo, do you know what an Angry River is by any chance?
No, none
I
whatsoever.
don't. Even I don't know.
I
what that is,
I think
and
we'll
don't
get
wanna know what it
demonetized
is.
if I tell you.
Yeah, please don't.
Okay.
All right.
Canadian black
So so
grandmother
the guesses. So number one was actually Ebony.
Well, I almost got it.
Oh, there you go.
I almost got it.
Look at here. Excuse me
number
while
two?
I whip this out.
Yeah. So your top categories were Ebony, lesbian, threesome,
Interesting.
Ooh. Okay.
transgender was number 4.
Really?
MILF was number 5.
Interesting.
Refrigerator repair.
Refrigerator repair.
Well, duh.
Yeah, refrigerator repair. Now the terms.
Oh, that's amazing.
Now in the terms though, it's like the most searched terms was lesbian, was it hentai,
Hentai.
ebony,
Isn't that
Latina,
Japanese anime porn?
yeah, anime porn, Latina,
weird, man.
Asian, threesome, and then stepmom.
There you
Yeah.
Yeah, stepmom.
go. Yeah.
I like how the
Stepmom's
stepmom's always like 2 years older than the dude.
Exactly.
you know
You
what's-
they always look 20.
What's so funny is
Excuse me,
that
stepmom, I'm about to go on a date. And I've never been with a woman.
I never had my
So
penis
the
touched.
funniest thing is that every girl they call a MILF, it's just because she's over 30. It's
Oh,
never
bro,
had a,
yeah,
not actually
exactly.
Most
mother.
of
Like
them
27.
over 25,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. They end up
Yeah,
being
they're over 25 and didn't get Botox yet.
exactly.
They have like one line above their heads that makes them a MILF.
That makes them a MILF.
I don't know, G Canada, who wants to watch cartoon porn. I don't know. I don't know that.
That's a
I don't
weird
know.
one. That's a really weird.
It's a little
but you know what?
strange, but you know.
We don't kink shame here on RadioGunk.
No,
No,
I
no,
don't
we
even
don't.
care. I don't even know what hentai is. I just know that it's up there all the time. But what is it? Does anybody
it's
know?
like it's like Asian. I think it's like Asian cartoon. Seriously, it's like it's that weird like Speed Racer kind of
Oh, speed!
that kind of animation. If I remember, if I'm
Yeah,
thinking
and
correctly.
how is that even
No,
attractive?
no,
It's not even like
No,
I don't
no,
know.
Chim, I don't like you that way.
it's a monster with 4,000 dicks.
I'm going to Racer X all over your face.
Exactly.
Tentacle
Racer X.
porn. Is that really a thing? Tentacle porn? Is that
Dude,
a
everything's
thing?
a thing.
Everything's
There
a
isn't
thing.
anything that
Trust
isn't
me.
a thing.
Yeah, I guess.
It's a beautiful world.
Yeah, I guess. That's so funny that's like all these things are what everybody looks for, but yet everybody likes to espouse how this is like so horrible, and yet half of them are
Yeah,
looking at this shit.
yeah.
Hypocrisy is unreal to me. All right, so let's move on. Okay, so he was talking about how we're looking at trans
Hey,
porn.
rethought of the great line right there at the end. Dennis watches Mopar porn.
Yeah.
I can put it in the gas tank.
Driveway hosing porn. I'm hosing down my driveway. And he
Moving
comes
on,
up
I just find hot chicks
That's
watering
not pose.
driveways.
Manual transmissions are.
Moving on.
Maybe.
I love her too, but I mean, you were carrying on. But getting back to your comments,
At least she didn't have a cock and fucking some guy.
So yeah, so he was going on this because he couldn't believe it. So then Marge Simpson blowing Johnny Quest. Okay, that's enough. I don't need that visual. Who posted that? I don't even need that in my brain.
That was David.
We're
Was it?
talking about how
Mike Pence is
I
race
want to
bad.
feel sun.
So then they're talking about how Ralph is always sick, and then of course Chris Walding comes on, and it becomes a
course.
whole Queenie fight that they kind of have between
And
each
Chris
other.
Wilding waits for this
Okay.
all day. He
all day.
loves.
All day.
He finally has an in.
Yes, of course.
He's so funny because he's on here saying I'm up to gross stuff. Meanwhile, the doctor's checking you for ancient diseases. So what are you up to?
He's not. He's just did a full. It's called like a full exam. He checked blood for everything.
But you are always
couldn't
sick. When we
believe-
used to hang out, 100 years ago, you were always sniffling with something and coughing with something. Like Howard is right. You don't take good care of yourself.
I take way good care
He
of myself.
does,
Much
though.
better take.
Not really.
Much better than you.
You're always
I
on
mean,
weird diets, and
I'm
then
not
you
on
go.
weird
We
diets.
would go
You is
out.
not
You'd
a
have
weird
like
That's
a.
true.
Hang on.
That's
You'd
true.
go
That's
out.
true.
Dude, you're fucking.
You go out and have 100.
Eyes were out. You couldn't focus.
I
your
can only
eyes,
imagine what you're up to.
spit down
You'd
your
go out and
throat.
have
I'm not up to
$101
anything.
oysters, $101 oysters for lunch.
$1 oysters.
Why do you care about that?
Because
You're
you
so
think that's
obsessed
good
with
for
me.
you?
Leave me
what if
alone.
Ralph has polio or something because no one's taking their
Or
vaccines?
like cholera.
Yes, of course, that's what it is. He has polio.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
because
polio.
Ralph is 12 years old and his mother is Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and that's why he doesn't take
Yes,
a
yes.
vaccine.
He's got to look out for that scurvy, though.
Yes, exactly. Of course he does. Black plague, all of that stuff. David says the intonation of ancient diseases. He really thought he'd get a huge laugh from that. Yeah, no.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, that was
There were
pretty
no
funny.
laughs
Yeah.
to be had in this.
I got the black lung pups.
Exactly.
Got
So
consumption.
then Ralph says, of course, something that is very, very true about Wilding.
You
He-
think
I most
RFK can
certainly
win an
did.
election?
Chris, you know
RFK
nothing.
Jr.?
You just say shit to get on the air. You're stupid.
That's what you do
Don't be.
too. You call in, you either lick Howard's ass or you try to say something
Listen
controversial.
to this.
I do. I
Yeah.
don't know. Howard. You're like,
Yeah.
like
Isn't that the show?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, we're not on the air, are we?
I'm just saying you
Now
like
we're gonna
airtime
do-
too,
there's
and
a
I
new
don't take that as an
TikTok challenge
insult.
Where I lick your ass.
All right.
Hysterical.
That's
Isn't
so
that the mantra
funny.
of the show? Kiss Howard's show and say something controversial.
I know, Mike White. I know. You're so right. I don't even remember the last time the show made me even almost laugh. I remember.
That's a
I
great-
think
that's
I
a great
actually
question.
mentioned it.
Well, wait a minute.
That is a great question. That's a great
What-
Stern Fan Square table for us to
I
do.
would say it has to come from a guest he had on, like an actual
No.
a celebrity
guest
guest
made me
that's
laugh.
not a regular that you kind
Even
of that
then,
they
dude,
said
when was
something.
the last time that happened?
The only
What
time I
I'm-
laugh
we're
is
talking
when-
about from people on the show that initiated a laugh for you.
No. No.
Not a guest, not a anybody.
Yeah.
Them trying to churn laughs out. When's the last time you?
I
genuinely
remember chuckling about something where I said to you guys that actually made me laugh, and I
Like what?
posted the clip. I don't know. We were on a show, and I was like, okay, that made me chuckle. I
Oh,
think
when they announced that his dad had died.
no, no, that wasn't it. That definitely
I think
wasn't.
I
You were like,
laughed at
"Ah!"
Mehmet getting angry, pushing back on some of his contrarian stuff.
No,
No, I don't.
no.
know.
It's been a really long time since I actually laughed
Literally, the
with the
last time
show.
I laughed was before when it happened. "You're not my bro" thing. After that, when that show aired, that's it. That was a wrap for laughter.
No, I think I've laughed at things on this show,
Sure.
and it's
On
probably
this
like
show.
something stupid like the parody awards that we did. I think made me laugh really hard.
Our
Not
show, but not
us,
their
them.
show.
Them willingly
Yeah,
trying to
bro.
make you laugh.
That was us making ourselves laugh. But
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
far as
Gotta
the
come from them.
show, I mean, things that John has done with Opie made me laugh, and things
Okay,
that
but that's once
I know,
again
no,
that's
I know, I understand that. Oh my God, that would be amazing if Ralph was Cardiff Electric. That would be amazing. That would be actually incredible. So whoever's clicking, you need to stop. I was right in the middle talking about something, and I hate you.
Definitely not me.
It was me.
That would be amazing if he was. I'm always amazed at who the Cardiff person. Actually, I don't really care.
I don't really give a shit.
Yeah.
So if we're all contemplating this major question, then it's not a comedy show. We can rule that out, right? We can take that
Oh
out
no,
of
it's definitely not a
not.
the
comedy
genre.
show.
It's not a comedy show.
No part
Oh,
of
wait,
it is
wait,
a-
I laughed at Beefus. So
We have left
Well,
the
you're
people.
laughing
I've
at,
laughed at
not
Beefus.
with.
Unintentionally.
Oh, laughed at. No, not with.
Yeah, laugh
at.
at, yeah.
That they're
laughed at.
creating, crafting comedy for you to laugh at, not something
No,
unintentional.
no.
Yeah.
Pelican
Nothing.
Brief doesn't count, Sue. That's a great
No.
answer, but it doesn't count.
It's been a very long time. It's been, I guess, since Artie left. Yeah.
Look at us. We can't really even remember. We have laughed at us playing old clips that were funny, but nothing that we
Like
can
current,
say
since
from a
Artie left,
new current
honestly.
show. No.
Yeah, there's been nothing
I
funny.
feel like there was one thing, and I'm positive of it.
No.
I said to you guys, all right, that made me chuckle. And you were like,
And we all looked at you like you were insane.
Comedy is no longer subjective when thousands of people aren't laughing anymore. You can't say, "Oh, that's my taste. That's your taste. It's not for everyone." You can't say that anymore. Nobody's laughing.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah,
Deal
I
with the
mean,
subjective thing once in a while, but not in this show.
I mean, if anybody can think of something, post it. I mean, it'd be interesting to see.
Recent.
When
though,
was the last time they were funny? I mean, honestly, I can't think of
not
anything.
even the last time. Something. Give me anything in the last 3 years. Anything. 3 years.
Nothing.
That's what you get.
Oh, that Metal Musil, man, that shit was funny.
Yeah.
And
give me
the
something-
jizz hat. Oh my god,
Oh, the
knee
jizz hat,
slapper.
That was just a
That was like that was like the modern Who's on First.
yeah. 3
Dennis
years,
got a
guys.
Dennis
Very
got a
good.
giggle out of Robert Plant pushing back on
Oh, I
Howard.
got a huge
years.
laugh out of that.
That doesn't count.
3 years. 3 years.
No, but that doesn't count because it's Robert Plant that's doing it. It's them
you only
trying
get
to
to
be
go
funny.
to right before COVID. That's all you get. 2020. Give me anything. Exactly.
Crickets.
Nothing.
Like honestly.
No, nothing.
Oh yeah, Priest and Boy. That was a big hit. That was
that was
something just-
hilarious. Yeah,
that's a
made me
blit-
want
that's a
to
blit
stick
bit.
pencils to my ears.
Bullet.
I mean, the fact that like John, who's like this master of archives, who can remember his locker combination from 8th grade, can't come up with one effing thing, says a lot.
Well, it doesn't take much. It doesn't take much effort. I'm going by like I kind of it's got to come from them. It's got to come from them trying to try. You have a room of 70 people trying to make each other laugh, and at some point they're pitching shit to each other. And say, "Yes, this is the best we got, and I'm going to submit this, and I'm going to play this for our host that makes
But
$4,000."
can you imagine that 70 people are constantly submitting things that probably have to go through an array of people before it even gets to
Will
Howard?
Murray is the gatekeeper
But I
now,
mean,
right?
honestly, over the last
Yes, I
half a
agree.
dozen years,
Yes,
it's just
yes.
been this
I'm
conveyor belt
tapped
of
out.
You've
plugs.
had enough candle. That whole scenario with
That's
you
not
had enough
them.
candle was funny. It was.
But that's not them doing it. It's Kimmel and Molly doing it.
It's them goofing
Yeah.
on him.
But that
Right.
was funny. That was something that made us laugh. I must-
Yeah, definitely.
But
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't really.
But it wasn't a Stern.
intentional.
It was someone who hangs out with the Stern Show people that laughed at the Stern Show people.
I know,
It
but
was-
you know what? Us putting it into the zeitgeist of Howard Stern, you've had enough candle, is something that's very funny.
Cool. Okay, let's
We
give you
were
that one.
able to-
One.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah,
How
all
about
right,
something mean
That's a high
spirited,
standard
Monique?
right
Like
there.
something
That was
like
a watermark
really,
right there.
like
Like
a
what?
haymaker, like Ronnie goofing on Shuli, cheating on his wife.
You gotta
and
be laughed out
feeling like-
loud. We
I
didn't know.
remember I laughed at that. I definitely laughed at that.
That was a long time ago.
All right,
Ronnie
let's move
having
on with the
Shirley on the
show.
ropes,
I
telling him he cheats
can't
on his
even
wife.
really think too much. Let's see what else. So here's Howard talking about the scenario when him and yes, it was unintentionally funny. You're right, Zuma show. Enough candle. So here's Howard and Beth, I guess, when they're on their way to bed. And I believe this because I know what a psychopath he is. So I think this is probably there's some reality to this.
The other
Like
thing is,
after I have sex, like first of all, I always get in the bed before Beth. I wait for her in the room, so I'm already under the covers. So I'm nude. I'm nude, but I'm under the covers, so she doesn't have to see that. She comes in, she undresses, she quickly gets in the bed. Seeing her naked.
So you're telling me both of them sleep naked?
Sure.
With the COVID hysteria.
I don't think I've ever. I don't like sleeping naked. I need to have something around my cooch. I don't like to be like totally naked in bed. I need a t-shirt and a pair of underwear. That's why I sleep.
Adam Carolla and I are in the same mindset of like I always want to be in case there's a nude. I don't want to have a nude dude throwdown in case there's a home invasion. So I want to have at least shorts and a t-shirt on. That's an Adam Carolla quote. I remember him saying that to Howard or somebody on the.
Are you wearing underwear or are you?
No, I'm wearing short. I wear basketball shorts and a t-shirt. That's
really
kind of
okay. Dennis, what do you wear?
I wear boxer briefs.
And that's it.
That's it. I get too hot at night. I mean, I sweat like it could be 40 degrees outside. I'm sweating.
Xavier, what do you wear?
A silk nighty.
So seriously, do you wear underwear? Do you wear?
Yes, of course.
Do you wear t-shirt?
No, just just boxers, bro. Nobody wants to wake up to a UPS hit and run, bro.
That's what I'm saying. A home, you know what I mean, Monique? A home invasion, and you're in the nude dude throwdown. It's the worst scenario to ever envision.
I can't even imagine how horrible that would be.
It would be the worst.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing a
t-shirt.
I'm wearing a Sturkshire t-shirt right now and basketball shorts.
Very nice. So I'm wearing my Hoboken representing baseball jersey tonight, but I will not sleep in this because it's way too thick. So I need something like lightweight. I usually take like a tank top and my undies. X
wears a punch.
See.
We're so comfortable making fun of Hispanics on the show.
Yeah. All right, let me continue with him naked. Let me continue with him naked. Here we go.
There's no problem. Right. Then afterwards, I wait for her to leave the room. Then I kind of like, in a shameful way, get out of the bed naked and grab my
to the
clothes.
Bathroom or something.
Yeah, I shimmy to the bathroom and
you grab your clothes and you hold them up.
It's disgusting. And like, God forbid she comes back in the room. I mean, like, I don't want to turn her off. I mean, she doesn't need to see that,
Are you serious that you're with your wife 25 years and you still can't like show her your body naked? Like, is that even?
They never see each other. They don't have sex.
This is how beards talk.
Fake story.
Here's the thing about their bedtime arrangement. She is like an Arab sandwich shop. They have the first dollar ever they made taped to their bed.
That's taped to the headboard.
Yeah,
I don't know what the person is, but okay.
That's my first dollar.
Congratulations, Ronald Acuna, for whatever it is that you just did. Just stole his 69th base. He has 41 home runs and 69 stolen bases.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy.
Okay.
Okay. Good for you.
Hey, John, is Sarah still recovering from the Trailblazers trade from today?
Congratulations, I guess.
That is a crazy blockbuster. If there's one team for Lillard to go to, it would be. I'm a Trailblazer. Yep, I like the Bucks and the Clippers are my second and third favorite team, so I'm happy.
And they kept that Mongoloid Lopez, so that's gonna be a formidable.
Not a clue.
Yeah, me neither. Okay, here we go.
Dennis, you're the Robin Lopez of Tampa Bay.
So this was the best clip of the day. So we're gonna play it right now, and it's very telling. And I have a couple of more clips that go with it, but let's listen to this right this moment.
If you remember just about his sexuality, but here's the thing with Ralph and exactly what's going on. I'm a gay man, been in the same relationship 25 years. Ralph is in love with Chris. Unrequited love. Chris doesn't want that part of it. They've been friends for how long? Ralph was expecting to seal the deal. He never got the deal sealed. Now he doesn't know what
are you
to do with
talking about?
himself.
What do you
They
mean I
can't
never
move forward? You want to bang him, Ralph. You want to bang him.
Then why wouldn't I make a move?
Because your mom's still alive. Like every other self-respecting gay man, once your mother passes away, you're going to be all over his crotch like flies on shit. Come on.
We're talking about Ralph or Howard here?
Passes away. Exactly.
Who are we talking about?
Once your mother passes away, you're going to be all over ass like flies on shit.
Seems accurate.
Yeah, that seems pretty accurate. Yeah.
Well, I think that's already started. I mean, Ray's already like in a permanent, brain fog
state. Yeah.
Every time the heat is on Howard for coming out of the closet, he deflects on Ralph. And this is the 5th time this has happened now in the last 5 years. Every year he does it. And Ralph's right there for him. That's how you get $1 oysters. Who do you think's paying for that?
Let's continue on the mom thing. Here we go.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's an interesting theory.
I love that theory.
Waiting for my mom to die.
Yeah, like Norman Bates.
Ralph, in other words, as soon as your mom dies, you're going to be very gay.
He's already gay, Howard. There's 91. You're going to get a text any day, Chris.
Well, why is it contingent upon Ralph's mom dying? In other words, you think he doesn't want his mom to know?
That's exactly it. He's still playing the game. He's still embarrassed. He can't get over that. And once she's gone, his ass is going to be packed with sausage. I'm telling you.
So yeah, projecting much. I'm
Yeah.
not even really sure
Wow.
where this comes from. Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. And then the calls just keep coming in. So let's continue.
Tim, you have the last word in Ohio. Go ahead.
Yeah, sure, in Ohio.
Hey, Howard. I was just wondering, are we still pretending that Ralph is straight?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
We gotta go
We
with
absolutely
what Ralph
are.
says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't want to embarrass Ralph.
What-
No,
what-
absolutely.
Yeah, and why would that be embarrassing? But if I was
Exactly.
gay, I would say it. But I think
Well,
Blit's the one who's in love with Chris, by the way.
I
mean,
am in love with him. He's the
Jess
best
in
friend.
Jess in New Jersey. You're on the air.
Thanks,
Go
man.
ahead.
You're welcome.
Hey everyone, hey Howard. My name's Jess. I was from last week. I talked about how I fuck straight women, lesbians.
Oh, you.
As someone who is an expert in this field, at least with gay women and straight women, I just want to say my expert opinion is that Ralph is a giant homo. And
Wow. Is this not a conversation we have had 7,000 times before?
Yeah.
7,001.
You know what's so funny though is that they call different sections of the back office different states
Different
now.
cities, yes.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
that was not an Ohio accent.
Cubicle number 9.
Jess and Cubicle, that's great, Pello.
The room next to the bathroom is Springfield, Missouri.
Exactly.
Read what David writes. He's about 12 posts up, I guess.
Okay, hold on. Let me go back.
This is from a gay man, a virtuoso composer.
You think the staff doesn't know any gay people personally? Like they're still punchline mythical concepts as opposed to being as normal people in their lives. Yeah, no kidding. Everybody knows gay people. Everybody.
Well, I mean, their boss is one.
Yeah, exactly. I know. You would think this is like a novel concept.
Yeah,
And
this is.
I think what it is that Ralph never really has discussed it. I love the clips that you gave me for today, so we're going to play those momentarily. With Ralph,
But then again, wasn't Ralph a teenage boy hanging out with a 30-year-old man?
Yes, he was.
There's that.
Yeah.
There's that.
He
And he was
There's no bells going off on that one.
Child. He was molested as a child by priests, so
Yes.
he's got some.
Groomed. I think the word is groomed.
He's been groomed. Yeah.
Monique, you know what the origin of the 40-40 club? You ever been to the 40-40 club?
No, I don't even know. No.
But you know that was Jay-Z's club, right, in New York?
No.
I thought you would. I thought a mover and shaker like you who's been to fucking Xenon with Ron Jimmery would know the 40-40 club, but it was a club that Jay-Z created. And do you know what 40-40 means?
Jose
It's so
Canseco was the first one.
Right. It's so exclusive. The club is because you can only 40 stolen bases and 40 home runs. Only a handful of people do it, and that's the only people that can get into this club.
And Canseco was on steroids that year.
What were there, like 20 people in the club?
Is it still open anymore? The 40/40 Club?
I never even heard of it, so I
I
don't even
can't
know.
believe you haven't heard of it.
Why
It was
would I
huge.
know? Why would I know? Number one, the reference. Number two, how many people could actually publicly even get in
I
there?
would think you would know it because you grew up riding the subway, running with people out on Harlem, out on Broadway. You're no tramp, but you're no lady. Walking that straight talk. You're the heart and soul of New York City. That's why.
Hey, Mo, do you know who the Bash Brothers are?
No.
Oh wow.
Tell him, Max.
Let's just walk away.
Tell him, Dennis.
Next.
That was Jose Canseco and Mark McGuire. Weren't they?
Okay.
Yes, absolutely
Oakland
correct.
A's.
Ding, 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 ding.
Two guys on steroids who look like okay, 40/40 Club. Here, let me show everybody because I am pretty positive there are many people out there who don't know this club either.
Oh, February 2024. Set
We're
the calendar.
currently closed, but we'll reopen at a new location in February.
Barry Bonds?
44 Club. A benchmark for power and speed. Players who've hit 40 home runs. Who gives a shit?
No, it's so exclusive that only these people can get in.
Like
Don't you get it?
Canseco, Barry Bonds, and who else? There's only a couple people in there.
These look more like 25 to 30%.
Oh, there you go.
That's all.
I already forgot about that.
These are 25 to 30 percenters. This is not me. Let's see the menu.
Main menu.
Howard Jones.
Oh, wait, let's see what's on the appetizers.
Oh, $12 for 120? Is that for the table?
Wow.
Oh, bro, that's nothing.
Bottle service.
Bottle service starts like at $400 these days.
Wow, that's
at least.
insane. Who would do
Nobody
that?
does that. You got to get bottle service, bro.
Who does that shit?
After he goes, Monique went
People
to the
people who are allergic to money.
All right, it's at 6 West 25th Street, which is kind of, let me see what's going on.
Bottle service on RadioGunk. Everybody.
West 20. Yeah, that's kind of where it was. Yeah, you live right by there.
No, I lived all the way up.
You could walk there easily in
But I
5
wouldn't.
minutes.
Look how far
Yes,
I
you
am.
would.
That's a long walk.
That's
In
way
New
passing a lot of
York,
places just to get
concrete
there.
jungle with.
There's me, right by Pick a Bagel, right where I'm supposed to be. That's a pretty far.
Wait, you said 125th Street or 25th Street? Yeah, 25th Street. You live right around the
Well,
corner.
no, they're reopening in a new location.
Okay.
Yeah, so they're closed right now. I can't imagine, yeah, no. All right, sorry we did digress. I mean, it's no that Disney club, which I can't remember the name of, but yeah, hey, whatever. What's the name of that club? Xavier?
44.
No, I'm not going down that road. It's a trap, bro. It's a trap. They would skin alive. On the Fort Bragg.
I'm at Disney.
Sin
All right.
Lu Hu. We can have Monique's birthday party at the 40/40 Club or Denny's, whichever is cheaper.
Club 33. That's the
Yes,
one. Everybody's
one.
got their own special little club. And Disney has one too.
Yeah.
All right, let's just finish off my last clip of the day. And
A-Rod was 40/42?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
So everybody who's on steroids, essentially, Bond,
Exactly.
Canseco, Rod, they're all just a bunch of juicers. So yeah, there
Except
you go.
Soriano. Soriano, I don't think was on.
Yeah,
Why
watch
would
5 years from now.
Why would anybody care to name a club after those people?
Because
it's super
it's an
exclusive.
exclusive club. Don't you get it?
I
Like
know,
you
but
can
I
only get in.
don't know that it's really real because of the steroid controversy.
Yeah, they weren't. They wouldn't acknowledge it. They wouldn't own it back then. It was like
They
right
still
in the
don't.
midst
Baseball
of- They still don't own it.
looks the
It's
other
such a
way when you bring that
shit
up.
show. The Hall of Fame's such a shit show.
Yeah, they worry about gambling, but
I know.
they guys are shooting up all
And
day
Pete
long.
Rose
It's okay.
kicked in.
Oh, what's going on with my mic? Hold on 1 second.
Oh no, it's all coming to crash.
33. Rabbit hole. The only one. Yeah. What's? Did anybody get an update on Artie? What's the last thing we've heard on Artie?
I did an active search
Anything.
for him last week. Nothing, bro. Nothing
Uh-oh.
comes up. Nothing.
I mean, he
Nothing.
loves going away and coming back like Melvin does.
I think he's just
but
Joe average now. I don't think there's anything nefarious going on. You know,
he
he's
might just be like, I've just had it with show business. I just don't. I'm just,
yeah.
not
No,
built
really.
for it anymore.
Let's ask Tim. If he's heard anything from Arthur.
He hasn't, bro.
That was the last good interview with Artie. With
Yeah.
Sabian.
Yeah,
But he
well.
did it to Sabian. That's
Has-
when Sabian blurted out the thing with Howard abandoning him when his father was dying. and firing him,
But
and then he
I
went
mean,
poking in.
how many podcasts were attempted by Artie when he did his
Oh God,
pseudo
there must be
comeback?
3, I think.
There was a
3 or
few,
4.
and they all ended the same. He just stopped showing up.
The original days of the Nick and Artie show were phenomenal. The
But-
first shows they did, the first 2 years,
He-
was I think it was the best thing on radio, honestly.
But
It
here's
was
the
really
thing: at
funny.
this point, he can just do it from his house.
Mhm.
There's nothing stopping him from
Yeah.
doing it from his
Do it from
house.
his
There's
phone.
nothing
Yeah.
stopping him. He just doesn't
Exactly.
wanna-
So I mean, I think homeboy just gave up.
just
I mean,
apathy, and he's jaded and dead inside,
Listen,
and
he
doesn't
could be,
feel-
exactly. He could be very dead inside, going through
Very
a
dead
depression. I mean,
inside.
coming from those highs and going, there's a definite depression, I think, that goes on. with
definitely. He's
people.
got huge clinical depression.
No,
It's
Tim
all
Fabian
over.
said zip, nothing. You just heard
Monique, when you
nothing.
met Artie, what was your read on his body language? It wasn't that long ago. What was
So
your read on his
Artie,
body
when
language?
I met him, was at a comedy club here in Pennsylvania with Reverend Bob, and he was absolutely high as a kite, and he was dressed really, really like a slob. He was like very, very messy. Just his t-shirt looked like. I'm surprised he didn't smell. Put it that way. Like he
I don't know why people
looked like
think he
he would
smells.
smell
Yeah.
bad, and but he didn't. And he was happy to meet me. He's like, "Oh, and he was like really, really cute." I had pictures with him.
Did
and
he know who you were?
Yeah, totally, totally. And he was super sweet. And me and Bob hung out for a while. And Bob has always been sweet to me, and I've met him a few times. And yeah, that was it.
do people hang out with Bob for the free handicap parking?
Yes, exactly. That's exactly right.
I saw Artie in your neck of the woods, Monique, when this is my last days living in the city. It was like 03, and he was wobbling, swaying towards he comes in like the Lincoln Tunnel. He goes back to Jersey. So he was heading in that direction. And he was so caught up in his own head, he was mumbling to himself a monologue. And I always stop celebrities. I don't care. I'll jump in front of them. And there was something so off about him that I didn't stop him. And I
Never
really
stop a celebrity. I would never stop a celebrity.
I always
No.
it was the one time. Yeah,
The only time I didn't do it is when I ran into Ben Stiller because my friend didn't want to bother him. And I'm like, God, come on. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I would never stop a celebrity ever, ever, ever. That's not.
It's fun.
Remember we saw Carson Kressley at that restaurant, Monique, and you were yelling at me for going up.
I yelled at you. I was like, "No,
Oh
dude,
my God!
yeah.
You bothered Carson Kressley at a restaurant?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, him. Well, first off, I was like, "Who?" And he's like,
"Yeah." I'm like,
"It's Carson, from
Queer Eye for the Straight Guy who did a sketch with Artie. He did a sketch with Artie. As a matter of fact.
Yeah. All right, so let's just see the last clip for tonight, where, of course, Howard talks about Ralph's cock.
Those are
Here we
some
go.
cities
Oh
I'd
wait,
like to
sorry.
hear. I'm going to go on record as saying that, like Liberace, Ralph is still searching for the right woman.
He just
I believe.
found the right woman. Yeah.
Chris, you're gay.
Wait a minute. There's been
Yeah.
no contact between you and Ralph.
Me and Ralph? No. Ralph has shaved my belly. Ralph has shown me his cock, but there has never been any sexual contact.
You his cock?
Absolutely.
Well, of course. Howard
Of course he has.
Now him.
Of course he has.
Under
And
what
it's
context?
what context?
Yeah.
Work. We were working.
Working.
What is that?
We were preparing for AGT, and Ralph was doing his underwear dance and pulled it down, and I saw his cock.
I think I've seen your cock a couple of times.
Why
A
is
couple
he
of times.
impressed when he's dressing you?
It's just
I don't
fun,
know the
Robin.
answer. It's just good fun.
Hi-jinx, Robin.
Gay hijinks. Gay hijinks.
Could you imagine the repercussions had Ralph not come over his house on Monday to dress him? The disastrous thing that would have happened. The whole show would have been taken down.
But seriously, what?
So remember, this is the two that were locked in the basement of his home with his small children in the house.
Don't forget, he's 20
playing-
years younger. So
playing 9 Inch Nails
for years.
Just remember that they had,
Days on
and he had
end.
padlocks on the doors. With him and Ralph were in there playing 9 Inch Nails.
I want to F you like an animal.
Yes,
coming from.
exactly.
Imagine your dad.
Kept them playing closer.
and doing like chatting with gay guys online.
Yes.
I ask you
Yes,
this all the time.
that's
Your
really
husband
funny.
Is probably, what is he, 8 years younger than Howard?
Who?
If your husband did
He's older.
1/30th of these,
He's older than Howard.
I know. It doesn't matter what age.
Who?
Age doesn't even matter. Imagine your husband did 1/50th the things Howard's talking about right now. What would you do if you heard
I
any
wouldn't.
of this?
I don't even think that would be an issue. I don't know any man who talks this way. Like honestly, I don't.
Your husband says to you, I'm with my stylist in the basement listening to I Want to F You Like an Animal by 9 Inch Nails while your kids are upstairs
Listen, 9
scurrying
Inch Nails
around.
is the straightest
And you
thing they've
heard it
ever
coming
done.
from like, what would you'd be like, what? Could you imagine that in
I
civilian
would
life?
immediately take my Labrador and go take a walk because
And get a lawyer, right?
you know what? I think there's only so much of that shenanigans a woman could put up with, and hence the reason that the divorce was going through as well. I mean,
Trying underwear out on a Monday night.
and did he
while you're
also
home.
used to have?
They were, come on, John. They were just playing penis butt.
I'm just trying to
Also,
juxtapose this in
didn't he also
civilian life.
used to have? Didn't he also used to have? Who was his writer for that book?
Ratso
Reagan,
or Judith
Reagan,
Judith
Reagan poking him with the pencil. I had that clip right. Yeah.
Home and hang out with him down in the basement.
Pencil stabbing him in the schwanz in the basement while you're writing.
Pencil stabbing him in the
schwanz.
Yes, thank you, Vito and Affy. I used to call all the time Nick and Artie show. There's some good calls there that are germane to this show. A lot of Howard stuff.
You have them?
I'm sure I do. Boff.
All right,
Thank you, Boff.
Let's play that
What?
at some point. Let's play that.
I gotta find the database. There's a whole master database.
All right, so let us go. Okay, so now we're gonna do a little just
cleaning out the computer.
Some of this is relevant. Most of it is relevant to today's show. Johnny sent this to me last minute. You thought it was a dump, but I think it might have just been like a blurb.
So
you guys tell us. You guys tell us what you think. Let us play this little wrap-up show comment. Everybody's been talking about what's going on with Benjy. We haven't heard from Benjy. Is Benjy still on the show? Blah 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 blah. Nobody seems to know. So we don't know. I've reached out to several people who should know this, and nobody knows this to be true.
Yeah, I could see them not knowing. It's not like you would. It's very mysterious over there. I don't
You
know.
know what usually happens, though, to be honest with you? A lot of times if somebody's let go from that show, 2 or 3 of the people that I talk to all the time would absolutely be people that people would reach out to to see what's going on in the marketplace and what's happening. And also bitch about, where they just finally got out of. Oh my God, I would love to interview Benjy Sinlu. I would. That would make me happy. I would.
You know what the thing is? I was thinking about that. Him leaving the show and being like a Brent or a Shuley and stuff. And Scott, I think he's so doggedly, irritatingly socially, and he can't communicate anything. And he's always in shtick coma that he would not be a good guest. That he would not give you anything you wanted.
He would just be a bit. It would just be a bit.
He wouldn't be able to articulate anything you want.
He would be.
He would be so annoying.
Dick.
Yep.
Yes, it would be.
I was thinking about that this afternoon. Thank you guys about Monique
hard.
doing a one-on-one with him, and I thought he's so irritatingly uncommunicable and in shtick coma that it wouldn't work, and we wouldn't get what we wanted. He wouldn't tell you
He's
anything.
just such a weirdo.
Yep.
All right. So Johnny seems to think that this was a dump, and I'll tell you why I don't think it was a dump, and then we'll come back to it. Okay.
Listen to the silence after.
Let's just play it. Here we go. This
Some
is on the wrap. This is on the wrap-up show today.
What were you gonna say, Brian? These I'd like to hear from. What were you gonna say, Brian?
Yeah, what happened to Ben?
To who? Hello? I don't know what he said.
It was dumped.
I don't know.
If it was dumped, there would have been more of a pause. I think
that was a huge pause. That was they run to a commercial break. That's the quintessential dump.
Sounds like a dump to me.
What were you gonna say, Brian?
Yeah, what happened to Ben?
To who?
They cut. Yeah.
Yeah,
You didn't
that's
finish
definitely
the
they
word.
definitely cut that.
You didn't even finish the word. They got dumped.
Take a break. 833-783-7674. We come back taking more of your calls on Ralph and Chris. Let's get into.
So there you go.
Do another one. Say it again.
One more time.
Yep. It's so short.
Some cities I'd like to hear from. What were you gonna say, Brian?
Yeah, what happened to Ben?
To who? Hello? I don't know what he said.
Yeah, he got cut.
The
right
fact
off.
that he clearly cut him off and then goes, "Who?"
78376.
And then runs to a break.
More
on that-
yeah. Ralph and Chris. Let's get into.
I feel like there would have been more of a stutter as opposed
I
to.
disagree with you.
They absolutely cut. That's a dump. Absolutely. I've never heard a bigger dump than that.
Yeah.
Savior.
Well, that was clearly a what happened to Benjy, but who knows what the
The name terrified them so much they couldn't finish the suffix of the Benjy.
maybe
They're not
They
allowed
run
to,
to a
yeah.
break, and then they run to a very uncomfortable, uncharacteristic, awkward break.
And once again, if they got rid of a big effing deal, why
Right.
not just say it? Hey, you know what? He's no longer with the show.
thanks,
Simple as that.
Sindhu. I think that he wasn't dumped. I think he just got cut off.
Okay, cool. Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree, my loves. All right, let's move on. So let's see. Will Murray thinks Howard is gay, parts 1 and 2. Are they talking about Howard or Ralph here? Will Murray thinks Howard is gay, part 3. All right, let me look that up. And then let me see what's going on with Opie. I love when you call into Opie. Let's look at
Well,
that.
I think a lot of people need to know that this Jeremy Coleman is Marcy Turk's second in command. He's
Right.
gay. And so I picked this up talking to somebody, and I heard that, and it wasn't really meant for public consumption, and I held on to it, and then I threw it back at him in this chat, and he confirms that Jeremy Coleman's gay, and there's no better show for him to be. If you think the gay thing's going away, when the second in command is gay, it just proves that it's never gonna. And so I incorporate Jim. Does anybody know Jim Norton's sexuality? Like he's actually into trans porn, and he's the Opie and Anthony comedian.
Kind of fluid.
And so I don't know enough about him, but I keep hearing they hint around it. So I decided to fuse the two of them together in the same scenario to see what Opie would do with it.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
Through your initials, our mole saw a worm the last Friday. Jim Norton and Jeremy Coleman were feeding each other blueberries at an indoor cafe in Chelsea. Norton had flip-flops on, and Jeremy was giving him a foot massage.
So fucked up, John. You were.
So Opie's like the conduit to both these guys. You know, Jeremy Coleman used to be the program director of their show at WNKW.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
All right, let's hear the reply.
You doing, RadioGunk? What are you doing? What is going on today, man? Did I just get 5 buckaroos?
Okay, so he
Through
didn't
your
really answer the
initials.
question.
Our
did he?
mole.
He didn't really answer that for us. And he loved reading your comments on air.
Yeah.
You always pour him on to something amazing. So let's go to the Ralph Gay lie detector test. This is always
Mary McCormick is in there. This is probably 97, and they all gang up on Ralph. Jackie is writing rapid fire questions for Howard. You get to see Jackie at his finest here. To ask Ed Torian to make Ralph take the lie detector test as if he's gay or not. And Ralph gets apparently $3,000 to do this. They all throw their money in together to do this. And
so they paid him. This was a pay for play kind of.
This is pay for gay play, right?
Shtick. All right.
So I gave you the fine point.
If Ralph is a homo.
Can I tell you something? We're taking bets because, baby, I know he ain't no homo.
All right, you're on.
Howard's trying to protect himself by saying he's not gay.
Right.
My longtime friend and
Your companion.
my companion.
Oh my!
Even I'm starting to wonder. Everyone thinks he's a fag. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna get to
the
know
F word over and over again.
I think he's bisexual.
What is it?
He's outside the door, and guess who's not taking a polygraph?
Who?
Ralph.
Oh yes, if he ever wants to work with me again, he will.
Wait.
Stop being such a fag.
He's gay.
You
He
are
doesn't
gay.
wanna
You know
take
what?
the test.
Now I think
Why
what you
doesn't
do.
he want to take the test?
Oh, you're taking the test.
No, I'm
Oh,
not.
come on,
No,
Ralph.
no.
Don't kill the bit. Then you're gonna piss me off.
Well, that's fine.
Why?
Because
Wait,
people
stop
don't
for a
believe me. I
second.
don't care.
By the way, he's one of the few people that can actually talk back to Howard and not care about the repercussions
So-
because he knows
wait.
he's going to lose.
The man that is doing these allegations in the background is a picture of him in drag.
Exactly. Look what's
I mean,
going on back
the
there.
irony is just
Good.
palpable.
Dennis, phenomenal point.
Yes.
And it's so obvious right in front of us, hiding in plain sight.
Mary, you were right.
Gay as the day is long.
I know it.
Hold
It's
on.
no big deal.
It's no big deal. I'll still be your friend. But...
We still love you.
All right.
I thought you were
People
gay
are
all the
bi.
time.
Dude, what do you mean you won't take the test?
Yeah, Chaka Khan's right.
Because why am I like on trial?
You're not on trial.
I gotta sit and take a test.
Just for fun. What, Robin? We accused her of being a lesbian. She took the test.
Let Robin do what you want.
Are you now or ever been a lesbian?
No.
And that proves.
Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is just a continuation of
Oh
this.
my God, it's ridiculous. I don't want $1,000 from you, Howard.
No, you take it from me because this is what you're doing to me.
I'll give it to him.
I didn't realize I had to be fleeced.
I'll give him 1,000.
Give me a pen.
1, 2.
Fred, I'll give 1,000.
Where'd you get $1,000, Tom?
This is setting a bad precedent.
Well, what am I supposed to do? We got to find out if he's a fag.
To go on. Yeah.
I got a lot-
You
I'm the one who
got
stands in it.
$1,000 on
I'm the one who's. What?
You got $1,000
That's the
on you
checks.
today?
Yeah, I got 1,000 on me.
Wow, Howard.
That's right. Whoa. I don't want to give it to Ralph, but I've got to. I don't want to.
Conveniently enough, that Howard has.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's
Really.
exactly right.
You
It
know
just
that any
happens
other
to have.
carries around like even a shekel.
Here's 700, you cheap prick.
That's $1,700, Rouse. He's proving him that he's a fag right now.
Somebody's gonna hold the money for when he's done the test.
There's 1,000.
I'll hold the money.
No, there's no turkey.
Tom made the check out to Ralph Homo Sorella.
Good.
Now it comes on here. Tell us can you write his name out real fast? What's his name?
Ralph.
Yeah, I don't know.
Always loved the polygraph guy, by the way.
Ed Torian was the best.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, here we go.
Have to sit still.
So he's trying to throw off the test.
All right, look straight ahead. Close your eyes and don't
Close
move.
your eyes.
Okay?
Don't move.
Now take a deep breath. Can you repeat that again?
Oh, no. Have you ever had anything larger than an enema tube inserted in your anal cavity?
Have you ever had anything larger than
An enema tube
an enema tube
inserted in your anal cavity.
inserted in your anal
They
cavity?
scrapped this, and then Howard
How's
starts
an
reading
enema
it
tube?
to him.
All right, forget that question.
Say again, John.
They scrapped this because the translation's too much for them. So then Howard starts reading it, and it's amazing the power of Jackie. How rapidly he writes this shit is you see him scribbling in the background. I don't
With the
think
finger
people realize
cots.
it's crazy how fast he is.
All right.
All right, okay.
Move your bowels. Do you wish they were going in reverse?
No.
All right. Would you rather be alone on an island with
Wait a minute, you got to give him a little.
rather be alone on an island with Cindy Crawford than David Bowie?
Cindy Crawford.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever pleasured yourself while fantasizing about a naked man?
No.
Have you ever had sexual thoughts about Howard Stern?
No.
Have you ever had sexual thoughts about Jackie the Jokeman?
No.
Have you ever had sexual thoughts about Trent Reznor?
No.
Have you ever had sexual thoughts about Danny Goldberg?
Yes.
All right.
He
Who's
did
Danny
like that.
Did you
Goldberg?
ever have sexual thoughts about Brad Pitt?
No.
Have you ever flirted with a woman that you damn well knew was a man in drag?
Yes.
It's pretty disturbing.
Okay. All right.
I think this is it.
Yes, that's the last one.
Did you ever get aroused watching kids swim in the YMCA pool?
No.
Have you ever held hands with a man romantically?
No.
Have you ever touched another man's private parts?
You're asking him too fast. The guy has to look for a reaction.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just I'm getting excited. Have you ever touched another man's private parts?
No.
Are you aroused by naked pictures of men?
No.
Do you enjoy having other men see you naked?
You gotta slow down.
Sorry. We'll start.
Oh, thanks.
We're going to take a little break, and when we come back, we'll know if Ralph's a fake.
All right.
Okay.
All right, right after these words.
Okay, Ralph.
Thank you, Ed.
Thanks a lot.
Ralph, now we're about to find out if you're a fake. Go ahead.
Okay. OJ, you had minus 22.
Right.
He had minus 53.
Wait.
Yeah.
Well, what do you say? Wait a second.
Yes.
Wait a second. Wait. I want a clarification, okay?
You better pay up your money.
Well, not right now. He got all my money. I'll
This
pay you
is a
tomorrow.
great day.
Isn't it? It's a brilliant.
Wait a second. Hold it. I'm not paying anything till I get the result.
I touched it, but I'm not going to
Yeah, and you spike just like that.
Look at that, Robin.
I see what
Let me
you're
see.
saying there.
Wow. Look at that. That's higher than Mount Everest.
That's a mountain.
What a
You're
mountain.
on the next page.
And you went off the page. What?
Wow.
Wow.
All right. Well, there you go.
Mike White goes Howard with energy, right? I haven't heard that level of enthusiasm in how long?
Because it was going to
it
be
was a
outing
topic.
him.
Right.
Literally.
Trent Reznor, Howard's crush, Shaka Khan.
Oh,
was written in
yeah.
it. Yes.
Totally. It is insane. Yes, Dorian Morgan. That after 30 years, they're doing the same bit.
This
How
is so cancelable.
insane is that? How
30. Try 40 at this point.
How Chaka says how cancelable this is. Could you imagine doing this today?
No, not at all. So I'm going to go on real quick, and these are the last clips we're going to do for tonight with Will Murray thinks Howard is gay.
Yes, for Casey.
And then are they talking about Howard or Ralph? Should I play that one first? Is that like
It's not. It's sort of like they're projecting about. It's cool. It's
I
about like a.
deleted it already. Let's go to Will
Oh my
Murray.
God.
Will Murray thinks Howard is gay, parts 1, 2, and 3. All right. So pull this up, talk this up for us.
David Allen. They go to Vegas, and Will Murray is kind of new to the show as an employee, and he notices that Howard is obsessed with Casey all the time, just salivating over him, and it's starting to become chatter in the office, and he brings it up to Howard. I play a clip of Howard salivating over Casey in Vegas. Then they come back from Vegas, and Will Murray brings it up, and then it becomes like a huge thing, and Will Murray will not back down. He
So what
thinks he's
year is
gay.
it?
This is 2003 to 2004.
20 years ago, basically. Okay, here we go.
Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. You know what was the best today? I was out by the pool and I saw Casey with his shirt off, sitting next to the very good-looking E guy.
Yeah.
And if they
Nice, right? Will's going around, Will, who works in the back office, saying that I'm in love with KC and he has evidence, and evidently he preaches this to anybody.
Really?
And I'm like, but dude, what is your problem? You detected that I'm gay for you, dude?
Howard's in love with you?
Have you detected any signs of me being gay for you?
He gets it the worst, and then I get it the second worst.
Don't talk behind my back. Just tell me.
I didn't preach it to anybody.
Well, everyone back here said they hear your rap
Yeah,
about
because
how.
they think it's funny and they want to bring it up on the air. That's the only reason. It's not like
What is your rap?
No, I have.
What is it, John?
He says it to me all the time. Whenever you like say something about Casey, he goes, "See, there you go."
Exactly.
And he doesn't just say it; he like is adamant about it.
No, I noticed it once, and then it started to snowball from there. Like the more I picked up on it, there's like a lot of things.
Dude, you honestly think I'm gay for
No,
anything?
I don't think. I think that you have a weird attraction to Casey. I don't think you'd ever like act on it. I don't think you'd ever like bang on. But I think there's something, like, something strange going on.
Wow. And yes, Laundry Room, 20 years ago. How shocking is that? That 2003 was 20 years ago.
And you don't get more testosterone as time goes on.
So
No, right.
what's funny is that Will Murray is now the head writer of the show.
Yes, yes.
Let that set in. That's the head writer now.
Yeah.
Comedy gold.
Comedy gold. He's a genius.
I like Casey. I think he's a nice guy.
Say nothing gay about him. All right, like the one main thing I was talking to these guys about yesterday, when we went to Las Vegas, it was 3 days of shows, porn stars, strippers, everything out there, right?
Yeah.
Howard starts off the show. His first observation is he saw Casey down at the pool with his shirt off. Like,
what happened?
First observation.
Yeah, but what, you know
It was
why,
like 5
don't
hours
you?
later.
But you're forgetting the story.
What was the story?
I go down to the pool with my asswipe comes down. Mr. Muscles, pumped up from the gym, he rips off his shirt. He's laying there in his bathing suit, and and I'm sitting there going, "Hey, what's going on?" You really know that.
No, you
I
won't
was
find out.
completely traumatized.
Traumatized.
Oh, stop it! And I'm sitting there too. So
You
of course,
too. He's got you doing it too.
I think Casey playing craps with his shirt.
traumatized.
Will says you must have thought about it for 5 hours before you got on the air.
Because it was a funny story.
That wasn't the observation. It was. I walked by Casey at the pool, and I was lucky enough to see him with his shirt off or something like that.
Oh, so you didn't tell the story.
So we're talking about this Casey, right? Like this.
Yes.
This
So
kid.
Will Murray, like, I guess he walked behind Howard, laying down, and he hears Howard say to someone else, "Oh my God, did you see Casey with his shirt off?" So he actually eavesdrop on it. It's not even part of any kind of. He's still talking about it. So he eavesdrop on him talking about it. It's not like it was meant, oh God, for any comedy's sake. He just can't stop talking about it. That's not a heterosexual that does that.
No.
Have you guys ever commented on guys with their shirts off when you
No.
once?
No.
I don't know.
Ever?
I don't know anybody who has ever done that. Like I honestly don't.
And then held on to it for days and days and days and hours. It's the only thing you can think about.
Hold on a second.
Keep going.
Wait, I want to just show this picture. It's pretty freaking funny. Hang on a second. This one is great. Hang on, let me share. Sorry.
Hang in.
Sure. Okay, add to stage. This picture. Artie versus Hardy versus Casey.
Wow.
This is freaking funny.
Wow.
Yeah.
Baby gorilla.
Come on. And by the way, this is pre-Photoshop, so this is your boy when he was at his most rippiest.
What do you think he shaves his pubes with? Men's Nair? Right?
I don't know.
That little spot you're going at there with the
There's,
Men's Nair
yeah.
tanning the pubic triangle.
Casey, listen, Casey at his prime was a something.
You're drooling, bro.
Who, me?
Yeah, he's the Channing
Can
Tatum.
you wipe
for
your mouth a
Jefferson.
little bit, please?
But he was. I mean, he was a good-looking boy. I mean, you know, it's admittable that he was a good-looking boy. For sure. I mean, how could you deny that? Seriously. None of you could deny that.
And especially on this show, right?
Can
I mean,
you,
it makes him
can you deny that
Oh,
he
no,
was
you
a good-looking
can't.
boy?
He's a
but
demigod on
Howard-
this show. He's a
How-
demigod.
But
you know?
Howard was, you know, oh my,
How-
that was his
yes.
that was his wet dream.
Yes.
Juxtaposed with the Morlocks on this show.
All right, let's finish it off. Here we go.
We're talking about when we played shaved or unshaved.
Yeah.
Yeah, you started guessing of whether KC was shaved or unshaved.
Oh, that's funny.
And then even like
That's funny.
there was a big mystery. And then even yesterday, you when you're talking to Robin about like who she masturbates on the show, like you couldn't believe that she wouldn't pleasure herself to.
Yes, the chat did slow down when I put up a picture of Casey.
Exactly.
Because there's no words to be spoken. Yes, yes.
To KC.
Of course I know.
What you're thinking?
Because that makes me gay. I know that KC. Every female guest that comes here wants KC. So how
Bothered that she wouldn't pleasure.
I seem bothered.
And this is a strong. This is
No,
a
he
strong-
said I seem bothered that you didn't pleasure yourself.
no.
What do I care?
Well, you did. You kept arguing with me about it.
That's true.
Right.
And the
Well, that is
strongest
true.
truth ever is you in Vegas. You and I guess Casey went to the steam room. You argued whether he was wearing underpants or not in the steam room.
Here's what happened.
You should read the log. It's like disturbing.
Wait a second. Can I say something in my defense?
Oh, he's got him. So.
Joe the cop.
Oh,
Joe. Yeah, Joe the cop. So me and Joe the cop go in the steam room, and we're sitting there in the steam. Who walks in? KC. He's got his underpants and a towel on.
I swear.
He's looking at him awfully hard, isn't he, Will?
I swear to God, I didn't know as the golden boy to you. Like he could do no wrong.
Who says that?
Will said
I
that.
heard him yell at me when he yells at Gary and me and Benji way more than he ever yells at you. You're crazy.
Yeah, let's admit it. Everybody knows. You know, it was actually a sad day at the Stern Show when they let KC go.
So the funny thing is that story though is that he had his security go into the Fitz with him. That's
Yeah.
Howard had to
Yeah,
have.
God
He
forbid.
can't not have SEAL Team sex there, even in the Schwitz.
Hey, Dennis, someone's got to slap the dicks out of his mouth.
Well, it's like what Dennis, you're talking about the drag behind him in the East studio. It's what they call hiding in plain sight. Finally, Will Murray just said to himself, "What is going on with this guy? Who salivates
The
over
only
other guys?"
time that you would notice a guy's body as a guy, I think, is if for argument's sake, if you're in a steam room and most men in a steam room only have on like a towel, right? I mean, that's the way it works. But what if a guy came in whose cock was hanging down to his knees? You'd have to notice that. That's one of those things that
But you shouldn't want to go to a steam room in the first place. You'd feel gay going to a steam room at all.
People go to a
I
steam
would.
Nah, you know what
I
it'd be?
would
It'd be like,
go
okay,
it's a bathhouse. It's a
go straight
bathhouse.
to
It
where's
is.
the door to leave the speaking place?
If you're in
It's the same thing as a bathhouse. It's the same thing.
I go into the Schwitz all
That
the
sounds
time.
like Terry Hatcher's walking in there with a
Please.
I go to steam room all the time.
So
if I'm
do
at
I.
like a good
It's
gym
good
that
for
has
you.
Steam, of course. You just go in with a towel. You totally.
That's how you was raised. That's why.
It is not the same thing.
I have a better chance of going into a Cleveland steamer than to a freaking steam room.
Not
bro.
gay.
Nothing wrong with a steam room. It's actually
Absolutely,
a really
if
nice
I'm the only
place.
person there.
It is.
Usually I am. It's nice.
Yeah,
It's
that's
relaxing.
exactly
Do
true.
you
A
guys
lot
go
of-
into the handicap bathroom stalls too? Because they're nice
Yes.
and big.
Yes, I do.
Yeah,
No, when other people are in there.
Absolutely. If nobody else is in there, no.
No,
You know what?
yeah,
If it's full and the only one that's open is a handicap stall, I'm absolutely going.
You
in
know
there.
why?
Not
I
even-
like handicap because they always have towels. They
And you
always
just-
have towels to
you-
clean,
you
dry
get
your
your own
hands.
sink. They have
Always.
their own
Let's
sink in there.
roll it up and snap them with it, Dennis.
No, I'm talking about hand towels.
Good
do
for
do
you.
grease balls have a steam room in the social club?
No, we do not.
No.
I'm
No.
actually surprised at the conversation here because I can't imagine that most men wouldn't go into a steam room if
I
they
hate
had.
men.
Yeah, I love going in the steam room. It's
No, it is.
it's
They're not
great.
gym goers. They're not gym people. That's
No,
what.
I mean it's the one of the, you go in the
I
steam room
shower
and
at
take
home.
a cold shower. I mean, it's
shower at
literally
home.
the greatest feeling in the
Oh,
world.
the best. The steam room is the best. You guys are crazy.
Okie
You really are.
dokie.
I actually prefer.
You.
I prefer the steam room to the sauna. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
I
All of a
really.
sudden, I'm
do.
doing a podcast with freaking Jerry Sandusky over here. hey, it was just horsing around. It's just horseplay. It's just horseplay.
People in the chat, what are your thoughts
We
about
lost the
this?
chat stopped
What,
again.
didn't Doug Ostrowski do
chat
exactly
stopped
that?
again.
X? Didn't Beth's brother do exactly that? Joe.
Who the what? Did who?
Beth's brother played for
Oh,
Sandusky.
there was a lot of towel snapping.
Dennis,
back then.
do you prefer the wet steam or the dry heat?
Wet steam,
Yeah,
always
me
wet
too.
steam.
If there's a wet steam, I'm there. I prefer that 2-to-1 over a sauna. Yeah.
It's
Maybe
it's
it's an
easier
Italian
to
thing.
breathe if this feels better, loosens everything up.
What's wrong with you guys? You
I
guys,
grew up.
Dude, what? It's possible. It's a cultural thing. I don't know.
it's not a cult.
No.
How's this
Monique-
cultural?
Monique
Dude.
lived next to
You go to
Chelsea,
the
and I
nice
grew up.
Columbus gym? Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, no. The other time there's Mexicans all clumped up together as in a U-Haul coming to this country, bro. We don't do that
Yeah.
on purpose, bro.
LL's
we
right.
just
Just saying
don't.
take a steam sounds homoerotic.
Ay, no, gracias. Hey, José, muévete por ahí, güey. Me estás estorbando.
I can't even say take a steam.
You guys are amazing. I think that's so funny. I think
Yeah, just saying.
All right, in the
I'm happy
chat,
for you. I'm happy that you're more of a comfortable human being than I am.
being naked in a
Salute.
room
Salute.
around other people.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh wait,
absolutely.
wait. Gee, Cannon's talking about hot tubs. Hot tubs are petri dishes. I
Hot
wouldn't get into a
tub,
hot
yeah,
tub
hot
if
tub
you
is
paid me.
Well, if it's your own hot tub, then yes.
Yes, but
Everybody else's,
a public one? No. Oh, dear God, no.
no public.
Ugh.
No.
Ugh.
No.
I'm
But
sorry,
anyway.
Shaka Khan, that you're dry.
One time I
You
went
know what?
to-
Listen, I'm not into a place where like someone can casually look over and go, "Nice cock."
Nobody would ever do that.
Does that?
Yes,
on,
they do.
does
Well,
that?
I'll never find out.
There
How's
is
that?
a definite.
I'll never find out. Good for
I've
you.
actually been
You-
in. I've
yes,
been in
yes, yes, yes,
co-ed
yes.
saunas as well.
Yes,
overseas,
yes.
but I've been in co-ed saunas
Yes,
where
yes,
everybody's
yes.
like naked in the sauna.
Uh-huh.
You're not even.
Do you like clam bumpers? What?
Oh my god, you people are
I've had
idiots.
some of the
We
best
are. I'm
conversations.
happily an idiot.
Yeah,
I've had the best conversations in the sauna. I mean, seriously, it's really
Because
it's such
you know
a
what?
relaxed
You
place.
really- because-
You're right. Nobody cares, Shaka, and let's keep it that way. You know what? That one time at Taco Bell doesn't count, Shaka.
Yes. No monster tacos for you. All right. Well, I guess that's it for this week, and I don't think
Tu chorizo es muy bueno.
I don't think we have anything else coming up that's of any note until next week. That
The
may-
Depening and DJ's Classic
Depening, DJ's
Vehicle Garage.
Garage.
Tune in, you bastards.
Yeah, when are you doing a depening?
Friday night, I believe 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. Eastern time.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Would You See It If Depp Wasn't in It? So we're going through post Donnie Brasco, the next batch of films. And it's like this piece of shit movie. Would you see it if he wasn't in it?
I
Wouldn't it
would
be
never
more
see.
of, I would see it if he wasn't in it. Like
I would never see, say, even Pirates 1. I would never have seen it if he wasn't in it.
Oh, absolutely, I agree with that. In Pirates, without him, it sucks.
There's
Yeah,
nothing
he made
there.
He made that franchise. He did.
I would never have seen, say, Don Juan DeMarco if he wasn't in it. I would that kind of thing over and over.
I will tell you that when I was on the airplane, I was actually going to take a picture for you, John. I started watching Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
Oh, the remake.
The remake, and he was in that. And
He was. And Charlie in the Chocolate Factory as well, right?
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
Yeah,
Tim
I
Burton.
didn't
What
like
about the
that.
Rum Diary? Would you seen the Rum Diary without him?
See, that's that you take all the things interesting away from Hunter S. Thompson, and that's the Rum Diary. It's a restrained Thompson. It's what Fear and Loathing was, and it's boring. There's
What
no
about
Amber
Rango?
Heard with that. Oh, what, you talking about Rango?
Rango, he was not even in it. It's just his voice.
Gore Verbinski directed that. That's the Pirates of the Caribbean director.
Yes.
The animated movie.
Well, I started watching Alice and I was into it for a minute and then I think I fell asleep on it and then I don't recall anything after that, but I just kind of remember him being in it and looking his usual weird self. What started to happen was with all of these iterations of being like a character in makeup, he started to look the same to me and everything looked the same. It was
Yeah,
like
I've gone in this rant. I don't want to bore people with this, but I've gone on rants all the time on the Deafening how his best genre of movie is the crime biopic.
Absolutely.
Donnie Brasco, Blow, Public Enemies, and so that's what he needs.
Would
to
you
get back.
include City of Lies in that?
I would. Did you work on that? City of Lies is the best thing he's done in the last 10 years, in my opinion.
Yeah, Donnie Brasco I've seen with or without him because I didn't know that he was a part of it.
I might have seen it, right?
Yeah. All right, so Friday at 8 for you, and then Jackie Chair still having some RAM issues, I think. And
No, I got my video up this morning.
yes, he probably went to sleep rendering it and woke up and it was done.
No, it was
You
done.
guys-
It was done in 5 minutes. It was just my computer needed to be restarted. I have one now. I'm
Yes,
editing because I have a lot of footage and I'm cutting it down. And there's
what?
driving in it. It's good.
You guys should tune in to Dennis's show because he's going to be in the steam room with a 67 Vespa.
Yeah, do
this
it.
weekend.
That's a great
Yeah.
idea. Do it for. Isn't Barkley and Ernie Johnson's podcast called The Steam Room? Charles Barkley and Ernie Johnson from TNT. Do it from the Steam Room, Dennis. Do your show from the Steam Room.
You know, I think that doing that from the steam room and talking about the garage are two completely diametrically opposed items.
Yeah.
Now, if Dennis was in a towel, having just gotten out of the steam room, standing in front of one of his cars, I think that might be a nice thing. All right, I'm just going to say one comment before we shut off. I love doing the show at 8:30. I love being done
So
at
do I.
10:19. Please, friends, like and subscribe and hit the little bell so that you know that when we're having a new show. I thank you all for kind of hanging out with us.
I am
tonight
silent.
And this weekend,
It is
I mean,
not.
this week, it
The white
was,
Does the carpet match the drapes, Dennis?
No,
I am
it does
silent.
not. To be quite honest, no.
I'm happy to be back on the show, and I'm happy that we're back to doing what we do, and it is our weekend as it is Howard's weekend, I guess. So
Yeah, you're funny.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Some of us.
Yeah.
The rest of the week.
I never have a weekend.
All right, so sweet loves, we will see you next week. Hopefully, Beth will have taken the cat toy out of her hair by then, and yeah. Hey guys, thanks for hanging with us tonight. Please join us for any further discussion at RadioGunk.com in the forum section. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at RadioGunk. And don't forget to like this and subscribe to us and hit that little bell so you know when we're doing a new show. Thanks.